Welcome back. Welcome back. Excuse me. Everything is ready. Only what we need is we have to find the elements, then locate the elements, then pass the parameter and click on the login button. Okay, so actually we are taking 4 actions or 4 steps. In Selenium, one is finding the elements by locators. We will find web elements, finding, you can say web elements by locators, and we have 8 specific locators in Selenium WebDriver, and we find web elements by these 8 locators using these 8 locators. Then we locate the elements, okay? Then we pass the parameter and click on login button if there is any, okay? So we are going to do it. How? Let me show you. I just right button click and run as TestNG test. Okay, it's invoking the browser, navigating to facebook.com and not passing the parameters because we haven't find the web elements using the locators, 8 locators, okay, and locating them and passing the parameters and clicking on login button. We haven't done them yet. So how we can do it? I just right button click anywhere within this page or application that we are going to test, okay, and just right button click, then click on inspect, and you see there is an arrow icon. Arrow icon is called inspector. This inspector is sleeping now. You have to wake him up, okay? It can be him or her, okay? I'm not sure. Wake it up, click here, and it becomes bluish. You see, usually it looks like black, but when you click here, it becomes bluish. When it is bluish, it becomes active. And just click on user name field or email field or area. When you click, you see the inspector make your job easier. What it did, it select the elements, web elements that are used to develop this email or phone number area. Okay. Now we cannot see it clear because it is small, right? Let me make it bigger. Can you see now? A little bigger, I think.
Yeah.
Let me little, okay. You see, the tag name is input, okay. Input, the text starts with input, and check in your 8 locators, you have also tag name. Tag name is here input, right?
Mm-hmm.
Input. Okay, and let's check for ID. Can you see here ID? Is there ID?
Yeah, there's ID. Yeah.
Yeah, there is an ID. You see, there is an ID. Where? Here is. Here is ID. ID is equal to email. Locator is ID, and the value for ID is email. We need both actually. And we have another locator input. Okay, we have another locator class. You see, class is there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we have another locator that is name equal to email. How many locators are there? One,
One,
two, three,
three,
four.
four.
So some area, email area, phone area might have one, two, three, four locators, not more than four, I guess. Some may be more in another sense because if you right click here and go to copy, okay, and you see there is copy selector, meaning this is CSS selector. And you can
Okay.
find also copy XPath, okay? So
Mm-hmm.
there is also XPath you can copy. So we have 4, 5, and 6. 6 locators we can find here. Okay, another 2 locators we don't have here, that is link text.
Mm-hmm.
Text for the link and partial link for the text. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
we have ID. Here we have ID. ID equal to like something like that. And we have also name here. So we can say name equal to something like that. And we have also expert. Let's see how does it look like. I'll show you. And we have also CSS selector, we have input, we have class also, class, it will be class equal to something like that. Okay, now let's see. I see, um, look very carefully. I have input is input, class is this. Let me just copy class equal to this. Okay, let's go. I just to show you how does it look like. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and let's go back and bring name equal to email. I just copy. Okay, name equal to what is name? No, name is name or class. uh, I think name, this is class. Okay, name is email. Name is email and this is class actually. Sorry, I made mistake. Mm, class is this. Okay, and let's see. Yeah, this is class and ID is email. I just copy. ID is email. ID is email. Okay, and what else? We have also XPath. I said XPath. How I can get it? Right button click, copy, and copy XPath. Okay, actually we can also create our own XPath. Later we will learn it. XPath is equal to This one, okay? It is starts with double slash star, meaning all, then square square braces at the rate, then any locator name, then value for the locator. We will learn it step by step. Don't worry about it. If you
Okay.
can remember it right now, don't worry about it. By practicing, we can master on it. And we need also, what do we have? We have input. Tag is input here. Tag
Mm,
name is input. I already write it. So we have CSS selector. Okay, let's check for CSS selector. Right button, click copy and copy selector. Selector is CSS selector. Okay, what is right here? CSS selector is this one. Okay,
mm,
now let me make some space so that you can read it very clearly. Okay, and you have to remember these are interview questions. How many locators are there? Could you please name them? Or can you mention their names or four names? At least mention four locators, something like
mm,
that. That's okay. Now we know our locators. We already find them with the help of inspector, right? And
mhm,
we just write here, okay? And I can now choose from here what I'm going to take, how I'm going to locate. Let's go back to our test. This is test cases, right? I say test method at the rate test annotation is telling that this is a test case, okay? Usually you can have multi-test cases. You can have 2 test cases, 10 test cases, 50 test cases, depending on the how large the project is, okay? How
mm,
large the software is. Okay, now I just want to comment it and how we find the web elements. See, I said driver, and I'm telling the driver, find element. You see, find element by locator. Find element by locator. Find elements is just a method. You see, it's a method because there is parenthesis. Find element, it's action verb, action. Okay, method. This is inbuilt method from uh, Selenium. Okay, find method by, I want to take by, then I, you see, there are locators. You see, ID, class, class name, CSS selector, name, partial link text, tag name, hex path, okay, by class name, meaning by class. And BB selector, we don't need actually that much. And also by ID, by link text, some more. Okay, we need just 8. I think in Selenium 4 we have more locators. We will see it later on.
okay.
Okay, and we will learn step by step. I'm taking name. You can choose any locator. It really doesn't matter, but I will prefer ID because ID is unique. I will prefer XPath because XPath is unique. Okay, you can
Okay.
choose anything actually. I choose name. Say for example, I just double click here and by name. Name is locator, and here I just put the value for name locator. Okay, we just copy and paste. Name is, where is name? Name is name equal to email, right? I just
Mhm,
copy it. I just copy and say name is email. Now, where we get it, you see, name is email. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Just double click and you can copy from here also. Okay, so then we have another method. You see, when I put dot operator, it's giving us a lot of methods. I just find what I need to, then I have to pass parameter, the email address or username. To pass the parameter, in Selenium, we have a send key method. You see, send keys right here. Just double click or press enter. Send keys is there. And what we are going to send in username field, we are going to send an email address, QA automation job news, just the username at the rate gmail.com. And I create this Facebook account just to practice, just for practice. Facebook authority might close it anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it is just fake account just to uh, test, to
Okay.
practice. Okay,
Okay.
and Facebook is real application, the biggest application in the world, one of the biggest, one of the largest applications. I think the largest one. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
then you can actually, for password, you see, I'm just copying to save the time. I'm not writing it again and again, you see. I just copy and paste. I need to also test this password field, okay? Now, let me close it. Let me close it. Close this Facebook application and let me run it. Look whether you can pass the parameter. If everything is fine, then it will able to uh, pass this parameter into username field. If it cannot, meaning this element is not working, you have to change the locator. You can choose ID, you can choose expert or any other locator you can use. Okay. These are a little bit challenging, definitely at the very beginning, especially. But once you practice 5 times, it seems really easy. Okay, you see,
Okay.
yeah, it able to pass the parameter. So everything working fine as expected. I just right button click and inspect element. Actually, I can uh, go there and find it here. Right button click, inspect, and I can make a little bigger and go to inspector again. Every time we uh, choose any area, pass field or password area, click here, and password area has been selected by this inspector. Uh, it's it made our task easy. Now we can see we have input, we have class locator, this is class, we have name locator and it is passed, we have ID locator, it is passed, or we can choose expert, just copy, or we can choose copy selector. Okay, now I want to choose ID. Okay, double click and just right click and copy. What is the locator? Locator is ID and the value for locator is pass. I copied it. Okay, I go back and I already copy this. Okay, you can type it, but I'm lazy engineer. Okay, lazy engineer and instructor. As an instructor also I'm lazy, as a teacher I'm lazy teacher, so I just copy and I know it is ID, locator is ID, and I copied the value for ID locator is pass.
Mm.
Then again, I have to send key, and uh, this is, I know this is pass field, meaning password, and password is automation. Say, for example, one, two,
Mm.
three. This is fake ID again, just to practice the automation. Okay, you can also practice using this one.
Mm.
All right, then the we can actually, with the software development engineer in test or full stack QA engineer, what we do, every line of code we program or write the code after termination, we just right button click, run and test. We execute the test. Whether it is working fine, we double check. Okay. We make
Okay.
sure every line of code is working. You see, it passed the parameter, meaning our locator is able to find the locator and locate the elements and passing the parameter. Now, the last action we have to take is we have to click on login button. We are not manually clicking. If we manually type username, password, then click on login, it is a manual testing. Every person, individual person, every single day we are testing software knowing, without knowing, without understanding any concept of software testing. We are testing it every single day. We are testing banking application. We are putting username, password, and login. Click on login to log in into your banking application, right? And also you are clicking on log out to log out from the application. We are doing it. We are creating also different accounts on online every single day. We are clicking and testing forgot password every single day. Maybe most of the people do it. I also do it. I cannot remember my passwords. Every day I'm changing, almost every day. Okay,
Mm.
so every human being is a manual QA tester. Okay, it can be learned within a day. Okay, within a couple of hours. Okay, and manual testers are paid around 75K. It's UK dollar. Okay, to 95K.
Mm.
Okay, and automation engineers usually starts from 85K to actually there are senior automation engineers, test
Mm.
lead, test architect. They even make more than 250K. Okay,
Wow. But they
so
must have a lot of experience, right?
yeah, even more, even more. Software developers, software engineers, they make they start slow. Maybe they start like 65K first year, second year maybe 75K, then they jump. Third year they go 110K, and every year their salaries are increasing. In the long run, software developers or software engineers, they in the long run, okay,
Mm.
after 3 years, they make more. Actually, senior
Mm.
engineers they're making maybe 300K. Okay,
Mm.
lead making maybe 350, 300, 250, and architects, software architect,
Mhm.
they are some are making even 500K. When they become CTO, okay, CTO making even double, double or 500 plus. And when they become CEO, okay, CEO, CEO actually depend on company to company. Some companies are paying maybe uh, 4 times, 5 times, okay.
Mm.
Yeah, it's actually those who are software developer or software engineer,
Mm.
their sky is limit.
The limit.
Sky is the limit, okay,
Mm.
meaning no limit.
Yeah.
But test engineers, they have limitation. After one
Mm.
point, they stuck. They cannot grow. Okay. Test architect maybe just one people, but software architect maybe multiple positions. Okay. Then they have CTO. They can be CEO. Actually, sky is the limit. Okay.
Mm.
Now, yeah, but it requires a lot of practice. You have to go there, you have to practice, you know.
Mm.
Uh, but in America, I see 65 years old, even 70 years old people are making it. Okay, they make it
Yes.
possible. Even in 74 years old, become president, right? Yeah, everything is possible.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Nothing is
yeah.
impossible.
Right. Okay. Click on inspect. Then click on inspector. Okay.
Mm.
Interview question is, what is inspector? What do you do with inspector? Just say inspector is look like an icon. Okay. It's a supporting tool in um, in uh, web browser. It is Google Chrome, or you can say in Selenium, and it helps us to find elements easily. Okay,
Okay.
uh, then I'm going to take it and uh, I just look at the locators. I have button is tag name. I have class, long class. I have name is login. And ID is U underscore O underscore 5 underscore S9. Remember, when you find ID like underscore, we call them dynamic elements, dynamic web
Okay.
elements, meaning
Mm.
it changes. When it is changes, when you execute the test, and it will change. Instead of 5, it will be 6 maybe. Okay, next time it will be 7. So you cannot find this element because it is changing. Okay, so when you
Oh.
find any element like underscore, especially IDE, don't choose it. Okay,
Mm.
sometimes it will give you correct, sometimes incorrect. Okay, so I'll choose either expert or login here. Sorry, name here. So I'm taking name, okay? Or I
Mm.
can choose expert. If you want, you can choose expert. And later on, we will learn how we can customize our expert, okay? This is very important because it is very important questions. Maybe a couple of questions will be asking. It is a must question on interview. What is expert? How you customize your expert? This is very important question. We will learn it in the next class. Okay, this is
Mm.
very. We have to learn it very detailed. Then I go to project and I just say this is name equal to this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just paste here login. And I know I need this much, and I just copy, and I know the action I'm going to take here is what? Click, okay? Click method. And
mm,
I'm taking name, the locator is name. I'm changing ID to name, okay? And I know the value is login, okay? I just copied it. Okay, now, fantastic. We are almost done, okay? Just
mm,
right button click, run as TestNG test. Now look, it's invoking the browser and successfully started successfully. Navigating to facebook.com, passing the parameter and quickly click on login button. And what do you think? The test pass or fail?
it should pass.
Yeah, it passed because expected result is user should be login with
Okay.
correct username and passwords, and
Yes.
we able to log in, right?
Yes.
So tests passed, and we see it passed. You see, one test case, one run, one pass is green, okay? And we can see here also. Now,
Yes.
I just want to say system.out println. I just copy. Always, I love copy and paste and change a little bit. I just say the test completed. I'll say successfully. Successfully. Always follow the best practices your company is following. Some company may
Mm,
love this to write the test successfully completed or test pass. Some company may not. Okay, always check their framework. This is a TestNG framework, meaning
mm,
we are using templates to complete our tests, and we call it framework. Okay, you can
o-
just type what is a test framework on Google and find the definition. Okay,
okay.
uh, now it's invoking the browser, navigating to facebook.com, passing the parameters, and click on login button. It takes a little time though, and it clicked finally and closed the browser. Close, not close. Okay, maybe we commented. Let's check. Uh, yes, no. We uncommented, so it should be closing. Let's see again. You see, it will open here, browser opened, and pass the parameter, click, and finally
Mhm.
not closed. Or it's telling us to allow it. It should be closing. It's not closing for any reason. What's the reason? But test is pass, one run, one pass, no failure, skip. Okay, let's double check. Oh, we say enable false, so we have to remove it now. Okay, we want to run this test case also. Okay, now check very carefully. Uh, right button click, run as TestNG test application. Invoking the browser started successfully. The browser navigate to so quick, even I cannot follow. And the tests completed successfully. Okay,
Mhm.
understand?
Yeah.
All
It just
right.
just it just allowed to assimilate
Yeah.
one time. Yeah, better.
So just watch these 3 short videos and
Okay.
practice 2, 3, 4, 5 times before you come back to class. And
Okay.
the concept is clear, I understand, but if you don't practice, uh, uh,
Yes.
the concept will not be embedded in your heart and mind.
Your brain.
Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
okay. And
All right.
if you can learn this much, now you are junior test automation engineer. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Mm.